Welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is the intro video for Chronicle number 7 in Elden Ring. This Chronicle is going to be covering the Altus Plateau. I was also going to go over the royal capital, and then it occurred to me, no, wait a minute, there's a whole lot of like end game stuff in the royal capital. I think I want to knock out oh boy, I can't remember the name of the zone. The one with all the scarlet rot in it. We got the mountaintops of the giants. We have other places to go and accomplish things before really digging into the royal capital, or at least that's my impression. If I'm wrong on that, you can let me know in the comments, but that is my impression. So let's get the content briefing out of the place. As always, the intro videos are primarily about that. Since we are on Chronicle number 7 here, it's going to be an abridged version. The ESRB, or Entertainment Software Rating Board, that's the official rating. And so the official rating for Elden Ring is mature 17 plus for blood and gore, language, suggestive themes, and violence. My favorite place, commonsensemedia.org, rates it as age 15 plus. They give it 4 out of 5 stars, and they call it an intense fantasy that has brutal, bloody, medieval style combat. So this game, I've compared it before to a movie called The Lovely Bones. It's kind of like a horror story wrapped in this sort of ethereal beauty. So if you think of like candy in a wrapper, the meat of the story, it has horrific aspects to it, ghoulish enemies, some really kind of nightmare fuel stuff, but it's all placed in a setting that has this sort of ethereal beauty about it, and it's a really neat mix of those two ideas. But that's going to be your abridged content briefing, because by Chronicle 7, most of us know what's going on by now. If you want more information, you can always go to my first Chronicle, and that'll usually have your most thorough content briefing in it. But let's go ahead and move forward with what the plan is here. Again, since we're on Chronicle 7, probably pretty straightforward. This will be a short content intro video, but we are on this picture here. Normally I grab pictures from the internet and I make my thumbnails out of those existing artwork, existing screenshots, and wallpapers. This one I actually went into the game and took my own screenshot here. So that's our guy right there. Remember, we are using Frowny Gaming's Last Sentinel build. That's what I'm aiming for. I do have some concern with the way that the rhetoric is unfolding in this game, that I am actually on a 3 fingers course rather than a defender and a sentinel of the Golden Order, which would be the 2 fingers. But I don't know, maybe it always rolls out that way, and at the very end is where you make your choices. I just don't know enough about the game. This is a kind of I call it a blind playthrough-ish, because there is quite a lot I know by this point in time. I've done a lot of research. I've had to look a lot of things up on YouTube. I've listened to a bunch of lore videos. But that said, there's still a whole bunch of holes in this game for me. And of course, places that I haven't even really been to myself, I have the barest of ideas about. So it is blind playthrough-ish. But we're going for this Tree Sentinel build. Our guy's really coming into his own. He's quite difficult to kill at this point, and we haven't really even got our buff rotation together yet. This is just off the gear giving us health back. The Great Stars gives us health back for every creature it hits. That means whenever you hit multiples, you're getting multiple percentages of health back. I will say that I was really hopeful that we were going to get the Mimic tier, but that Caelid, that's the zone I was thinking of. The Mimic tier is in the Caelid zone. That's going to be next. But this one here, we are going to knock out what I can spot just on my own. There's like 3 areas I want to go check out in the Altus Plateau. 4 if you consider the dragon fight at the beginning of the zone, because we'll be checking that out too. So I guess that's a total of 4 areas. And then after that, I'm not really sure what else to do. So once I've exhausted my areas that I know to go to, that's whenever I then turn to Fighting Cowboy, and I go use his walkthrough guide for that area. And we'll go through that, and we'll just, we might not 100% it, because Fighting Cowboy's walkthrough guides are going to tell you where all of the loot's at, every little rune and all the little ancillary, blood greases that you can pick up and stuff like that. We're not necessarily looking to get absolutely everything, but I will use his guide to get any of the major stuff in the zone that I have just flat out missed. So that's the plan. I think that about sums it up. Can't really think of anything else I would tell you. Release schedule. That's right. This I probably do need to explain. I am recording 2 Chronicles and doing streaming also. So that's pretty heavy rotation for me. I'm doing Elden Ring, I'm doing Greedfall, and I'm streaming EVE Online right now. So in order to facilitate all that, what I've come up with, I guess kind of like tentatively, is that Greedfall is going to release every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Elden Ring episodes are going to come out every Tuesday and Thursday. And streaming that part, the Monday through Friday release schedule between Greedfall and Elden Ring, that's solid. You can depend on that. It's the streaming area for me that is completely helter-skelter. So I don't keep a schedule. I don't ever tell people when I'm streaming, how long I'm going to be streaming. All of this is governed in the moment, real time. It's completely spontaneous. But I think I'm going to at least try and aim for streaming on the weekends. If I stream during the week also, great, but I'm going to try and definitely be streaming on Saturdays and Sundays. Because YouTube likes you to have content coming out daily. So if I'm going to have my pre-recorded videos coming out Mondays through Fridays, then I need something to take up Saturdays and Sundays, and streaming seems like the natural fit. So there you go. That's kind of the plan overall for the channel. And I think that'll wrap everything up. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. And I will see you in the next episode where this story begins.